What's good with it? We back. Another episode, Wolf and Pooch. Today, we talking about, first, let me get some backstory. One of my supporters asked me to talk about, does a woman's past matter? That's what he said. Yeah, and so we're going to break that down. I got Pooch here to help me out with that. All right. So before I get into it, though, I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Show the boys some love, show Pooch some love, get this in the algorithm. Let's go. So,
Right.
I'm gonna start with you.
Does a woman's past matter when what? Dating?
Yeah, I think he meant dating.
Dating,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that everybody's going to have a different answer to that. I would, for me personally, I would think it would matter a little bit because specifically if you're dating with intention, you're going to want someone who's going to be in line with, your morals, your values. And if they have a past that's kind of checkered and are still maybe living that way, it's probably not going to, it might come into play. Now, I know that he was specifically talking about past, but sometimes our past experiences play out into the future. If we're used to living a certain way, and you will carry different things onto each relationship. So
True.
I don't know. I feel like it's something that we need to think about as far as if you're planning to maybe potentially have a future with this person. I think it really matters. Although, as we were talking about this subject, I was thinking, don't you feel like even if you maybe aren't dating with intention, some people don't, some people do, that whoever you deal with in general is a reflection of you. I'm not saying you, but like in general, like a reflection of yourself, right? So you want to maybe be cautious of the people you keep company with. Like, what do you feel about that?
No, you're right. Especially as a guy, when it comes to dating a chick, for one, you don't want a chick who done slept with everybody. Simple as that. I'm just gonna say it. If her past consists of her being a well-known, 304, then nah, I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't recommend it. Because chances are she's still a 304, chances are, yeah, the past matters to a certain extent, especially if you want to have kids.
Sure.
With people. Yeah. You need to know their medical history, and their family. You don't want to be having kids with somebody that ain't, got their faculties right, and that. That's going to play out in your kid as well. Kid come out kind of messed up and this and that. But, I'm serious though. It happens. No. And it could be avoided.
Well, there are genetic things that you could pass down.
Kind of do a little research on a person's medical past. So
right. That goes for women too,
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So that it matters with that. And, in terms of like, let's say the girl or just anybody, let's say they past consists of them going to jail, right? Now, depending on the crime and depending on how many times, as long as they're not like a constant, in and out of jail, this and that, then, because people could change. So in that situation, I feel like, that's up to you to be the judge whether you want to deal with somebody who has like a criminal past or whatever, right?
I mean, and I think and with going back to what you're saying, people can change. I feel like, yeah, that is something that you'll kind of pick up on. You'll pick up that vibe if they're still leading their life in a riskier way versus more of like, okay, I'm moving past that and I'm putting it behind me.
Yeah, true.
I think you'll see that early on. I don't know. If you're in touch with your intuition, of course. We all really are. We could do a whole nother show on that, but a lot of us don't like to always listen to it.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
He's been bugging me about that, do a show on intuition. But anyways, I just feel like it is important, like you said, if you're going to have kids or you want to have kids with it, you're thinking along those lines, definitely you have to think about those things.
You got to. It's a must.
Now, I mean, as a woman, I think like that. I mean, it's not just men. I think, women is concerned about what a man's past would be too, but I feel like women, and we've talked about this before, are more harshly judged on their past versus men. Like men get the pass. like, oh, you know, it was like, you know, he could have slept with 50 women. It's okay though. Like, he's a guy. But if a woman does that, she is definitely not given the same amount of leniency. Now, I'm not saying go out and sleep with 50 people, okay? Just threw that number out there. But I'm just saying, it's like, do you feel like there's a little bit of a bias with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we all know.
Right.
It is. But at the same time, though, you know, a man shouldn't want his woman that has like a
Right.
extremely high body count. Now, don't get me wrong. A woman's going to have, she's going to sleep with people, right? But like,
Right.
I don't know. It's some women out there that keep track, and it's like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a goal, like. And when you got a woman like that,
well,
you don't want somebody like that. That's somebody that's kind of not fully there yet.
There's something else going on there.
No, it's serious. They be like, you know, I'm up to 68. It's like, damn. But nah, like, yeah, it's definitely a bias when it comes to that. I also want to add, some dudes be tripping because like, they be like, oh, you mess with so-and-so, or you used to talk to whoop-de-whoop. Now, that's when you tripping a little too much. Like, don't be tripping on, oh, you used to talk to, as long as it's not like, you know, your brother or, you know, your cousin or something like that, somebody close to you. But
like a best friend.
If it was just like somebody, don't be hating on that, you know. If somebody came before you, they came before you. At the end of the day, it's all about timing. And it's about who do it the best, not who come first. Real talk.
All right, so but like if it's a best friend situation, I think that'd be a little weird and uncomfortable.
The best friend?
Yeah.
Well, like if you was with the
like I don't know. First of all, who'd want to go with the leftovers? Like I don't know, that's just weird.
Yeah, it depends. Like if you had a long relationship with the girl, yeah, I mean you could stay away from the best friend.
Yeah.
It's a lot of girls out there.
There is. Like I don't know. Wouldn't that be awkward though? Then he's bringing her around and you were with her or whatever. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, in general, I always say you. I don't.
Even though I will say sometimes, you know, the friend be better suited for you. You just make a mistake. You know, that can happen too.
I mean, that's really being the wrong friend. That's really being a bigger person, and if someone could really get past that, but yeah.
Sometimes that happens. You're like, you know what? I just picked the wrong friend at the time.
I've never had that happen where I've like dated, you know, a guy's best friend that I was with prior. But okay.
I've had that happen with, you know, sisters. But that's a different story.
I remember you telling me
that's
that.
That's a different story.
I was you were very young too.
Yeah.
So different situation.
Twin at the time, but. Anyways, you got any more to add about that?
No, I just think, it's definitely something to take into consideration. It was good to bring up. I'm glad someone brought that to our attention, just wanting to hear if it's important or not. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's going to have an individual opinion about this. Maybe some people don't care. Personally, I would care. You sound like you obviously would care.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Got to, definitely.
Got to use good judgment with certain things when your future is depending on it, I feel like.
For real. Especially when you're trying to build a family.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, I think we're gonna end that there. You know, again, hit that like button,
comment, subscribe,
show some love, man.
Follow the socials.
Yeah, all that good stuff. That's gonna be in the description. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the support. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and until next video.
It's lit.